6 young beaners on a trip to a foreign land with a unified goal to have a green card in hand. They swim, run, and jump to reach their destination, looking to find a home in this great nation. A plan made by all to clear this new wall. Little do they know they must get past Paul. Paul snatches them up and throws them in jail, but gives each Mexican a chance for bail. A story from each to come out alive, to win a green card and freedom they strive.
What's up? It's the 6 young beaners back at Border Patrol Crossings number 2. We out here in America.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Get on the ground!
Get on the ground!
Hey, what's this?
Oh, hey, don't take that.
Alright, this is how this works, boys. All y'all gonna tell a story. Best one gets a green card. Rest of y'all die. That's how it works. Alright, you going first.
My name is Roberto and I have a plan. I will cross the border and be a great man. I cross with friends and hope to find no trouble. We begin today and hope not to stumble. We are traveling to the USA in hopes that we will be able to stay. We cannot cross the border legally, so we need to leave immediately. I have some bags with me that cannot be seen. They are full of a powder that comes from a bean. Our dangerous journey begins right now. We are off to a better life anyhow. We have one man to worry about. He is searching up and down the main route. On my waist, I have a firearm with me. I will use it if I need to be set free. We are halfway to the border now. I feel the sweat dripping down my brow. We have made it to the safe house, so we must be as quiet as a mouse. We can leave here when the sun goes down, and I do this for the man who wears a crown. He runs all of Mexico with his cartel and promises I will not be locked in a cell. It is time to go the rest of the way, but before we leave, we must stop and pray. As soon as we cross the border, Paul has all his rules in order, so I offer him a bag of coke. Hopefully this does not end in gun smoke.
Your turn.
I'm looking to expand my empire, to make my bank account get higher. I want to get to the USA. Hopefully the Border Patrol will make way. I usually don't do this on my own, but this deal cannot be done over the phone. So I will go on this journey by myself to find a buyer to stock his shelf. With my product, I had to think of a way to cross the border without being delayed. It was a long journey to get to this spot. I had to give away a lot of pot. To people who wanted to turn me in, I often had to hide in dens. To avoid the police and their guns, many people would say I was on the run. But all I wanted to do was get across, so I took the woods and hid in moss. Over the night, I got myself lost. I walked until I got a smell of an exhaust. I found a trucker who was willing to give a ride, so I hopped in the back, trying my best to hide. As we got closer to the border, I jumped. I prayed that I didn't get slumped. I landed fine and took off and ran. It then smelled like somebody was cooking in a pan. I followed the smell and found a group. They said they were also in the loop in order to help their kids and wife to cross the border to start a new life. I told them how I wanted to get bigger, but that is when somebody pulled the trigger. Border Patrol found me and put me to an end. He stopped me from doing what I intend.
Your turn, Quesadilla.
Alright, this story is about me, Tito. He was once a boy with a dream to sell cheese, but bad people forced him to answer their pleas. It started small, using him to spread the word, but then many things began to get blurred. Tied up in drugs with the cartel, it was hard to get out, away from their spell. I agreed and grew to depend on their money, but things went down when I seduced this honey. I wanted to save her from this bad life. We fell in love and I made her my wife. The boss found out and hunted us down. There was no place safe anywhere in town. The only choice was to send her away, so I sent her to hide with my cousin Josue. If I'd only known Jose was a rat, he blew her brains on the wall, splat. The guilt that I felt after she was gone made me realize where I had gone wrong. Walking in the streets were no longer safe. I made a plan. I had to escape. First on my list was to make those thugs pay. Jose and his boss won't see another day. Now on the run from the cartel and the cops, I had to hide in the alleys, be quick like a fox. I stole a canoe, met some guys on a river. Are they hostile? I thought, should I pull the trigger? I soon came to find these men were of no danger. We told our story to each and every stranger. Man, I can't do this.
Let's go, Mexi.
My life in Mexico was far from great. At 4 years old, my dad left to move weight. I felt abandoned and left all alone. The only thing left was mi corazón. My baby girl, she was my everything, the girl of my dreams, worthy of a ring. And then I noticed she was crazy. After 8 fights, our future looked hazy. She was talking long term, but I wanted out. I was tired of listening to this crazy girl shout. I told the girl I was ready to walk. If nothing changed, I wanted to leave. But she begged me to stay. She started to plead. Things started to change. We were getting better. She asked to move in, and I had to let her. We slept separate because I respect women. But one night, we wanted to go swimming. So we both changed and went to the pool. We were looking real cute, and all was cool. That night, we were going to take the next step. I was very excited, so I started to prep. That moment came, but something felt creepy. It was at that moment I knew she had a pee-pee. So I knew what to do. A bro had to dip. I grabbed what I could and went on my trip. I was off to a new and foreign land with just a wife beater and some cash in my hand. Heading to America, the greatest country in the world, in hopes to find a new girl that is actually a girl.
All right, let's go.
It was when I was 13 years of age. I saw my dad with eyes looking of rage. Every day he put me to work, all while watching me with a smirk. 'Twas just a boy when the scars had first formed, whipped straight across my back, for I was harmed. There's nothing left of the boy my dad once knew. That boy is gone, forever withdrew. Many beatings later I decided to leave this hellish nightmare subsided. With some friends looking to jump the border, I found a way to get my life in order. In America I'll be working, only making money, no shirking. Responsibility is my new name, citizenship I'm here to claim. Not interested in anything left behind, only looking forward to the money grind. Monetary success is in sight as my prosperity reaches its height. Second task is to buy a mansion. I have no time for money pinching. This is the life I want to pursue, to swim in my own money is overdue. America is like a sunshine beam, straight through the dark I'll have the American dream. With the highest of aspirations achieved, all my rights will have cause to be perceived. I'm not like the rest of the illegals. I moved here to soar with the eagles.
Bro, you gotta try this, dog.
Yeah,
I
son?
can hear colors. Oh, wait, are you okay? Wait.
Yeah,
I
nice
think
try,
he's
bud.
dead. All right.
Last one.
Hola, senor. My name is Rico. I come from a place called El Paso, Mexico. I went through a very rough childhood, probably because I was raised in the hood. I was often beaten as a kid, hated my parents, I truly did. I came home one day to my parents gone. 2 days passed by and time passed on. Angry at my parents, I considered them bygones. I was only a kid with no shoulders to cry on. Filled my heart with lots of hate. Although my parents chose their own fate. I didn't have a family or any bros. I knew I had to find a way to make some pesos. Forced to join a Mexican cartel, lots of drugs I started to sell. I met a man named Alejandro. We sold drugs together. He was my bro. Alejandro owed lots of people money. I told him to pay them, don't be a dummy. We ran the streets around the clock, making that money selling rock. All until Alejandro was shot with a Glock. Alejandro was shot, I went into shock. Out of anger, I lit up the whole block. My life was pretty much a hell. With murder on my mind, a way out of Mexico I had to find. It has been a 2-week long haul, but I finally arrived at the wall.
2 amigos left, huh? Rock, paper, scissors, essays.
Green card, give me my green card.